What's up? So today I'm going to show you guys something that I just purchased and how to install it. With temperatures in Oklahoma not really getting, freezing like maybe the rest of the Midwest or northern states or whatever, we've had some pretty daggum cold winters the last few years. So with batteries being expensive and this battery not being too old, I thought I would do as much as I could for not a lot of money to maintain the life of the battery. With that being said, I asked around, and a guy that I trust pretty much with anything he says in the automotive realm suggested this specific trickle charger. So I bought it. Wasn't expensive. I will put a link down below. This is the battery charger right here. I think I'm going to get a piece of wood and put it underneath here, or several pieces of wood and put it underneath here. This is right by the garage door, so if it were to rain or snow, sometimes water can get in underneath, so I want it to be up off the concrete, and wood would be the safest thing to put anything that has electricity going through it on, or I guess rubber, but in this case I'm going to use wood. With the trickle charger, first thing that you want to do if it's plugged in or if it's brand new, avoid plugging it in. Plugging the trickle charger into an outlet will be the absolute last thing that you do. So the first thing that you do, and I read the instructions pretty thoroughly because I've seen people who connect the negative clamp to a part on the car, but this very clearly said in the operating instructions to collect the negative clamp to the negative post. So out of habit, even though this has no power running to it whenever it's unplugged, out of habit, and make it a habit, don't ever touch the two clamps together. Just avoid doing that. But first thing you want to do is you want to hook up the red clamp. And again, this is just a good habit. This has no power going to it, but hook up the red clamp. The red clamp does not have power unless it has a ground. So, and that's for jumping cars and stuff like that too. So make that habitual. Red clamp, hook it on the positive terminal, and then followed by the black clamp, putting it on the negative terminal. After that, you have this little guy right here that you would plug in if you didn't already, but this allows you to put those little eye connectors so you can keep it on your battery. I'm not going to do that because I will be driving this, so this is just easier to take on and off. But if you were doing a permanent setup or something like that where you had those on your battery, you could unhook this. This has no power to it, and you could leave it on there and then hook it up later. But I chose to use the clamp, so you put this together right here, which goes all the way down to this battery, or excuse me, the charger, like I mentioned a second ago. With the charger, it's going to have kind of an idiot-proof insurance on it. If you, for whatever reason, hooked up the terminals backwards or hooked up the clamps to the terminals backwards, it will not operate and it will let you know. So this right here shows me that the battery is charging, it's blinking. I can't remember if it will be a solid green when it's fully charged, but it will cycle. So it won't cycle like those high-end chargers where it mimics driving, but it will not pump power to it if it doesn't need it. So that's something nice. It also has a 6-volt or 12-volt switch. So if you're doing something like a motorcycle battery, moped, whatever, you do it to 6-volt and then 12-volt obviously for a vehicle. So you swap it over there. You want to do that before you plug it in, or I would think so. So I just make it a habit to have everything set up the way that I can, as far as I can, before giving it power. So put that over to 12-volt. And then, like I mentioned, the last step is going to be plugging it in right here. After I plugged it in, it started blinking green, obviously showing that I have power going to it. And that is it. I plan on doing this throughout the winter. It is getting cold here. I think it's been getting below freezing the last few nights. So I'm just going to make this a habit to make sure my battery is maintained as much as possible. I know this is really dirty. Really don't care right now, but yeah, so that's about it. Let me go get some wood pieces and I'll show you kind of how I set that up on the wood. All right, with the charger, I just grabbed a couple of these. I had built a little fence around my trash can earlier in the year, and these were bits that were left over from being cut off. But this is just what I grabbed, what I had. I didn't make it very high. I just grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. 5 pieces. I've never had any rain come in and be this high, so this shouldn't be an issue. Might actually, if it rains pretty hard or snows pretty hard, I might just undo this just to be extra safe, but this should work. I just have to remember to move this whenever I move the car. I may actually, I think I'm gonna move it back a little bit. There we go. That makes me feel a little bit better. So that is it. There you have it. This is a really inexpensive trickle charger if you live anywhere where you need one or you have a car that you don't drive very often, especially in the winter. And that's what it looks like. I appreciate you guys watching. This is a first for me, so we'll see how it works. If anybody is in need of one, again, the link is down in the description. They may be even having a Black Friday sale, so who knows. Good stocking stuffer too. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.